Well, hello, and welcome to Omar's Garage. My name is Omar. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking at the before and the after of my 2007 Mini Cooper Wrap. Alright, so if you're new to my channel, I just want to thank you all for watching. If you're a loyal subscriber, I just want to thank you guys, for this journey for me. And I just want to remind you to like the video. It's something that helps out. Obviously, you don't have to send me money or send me things. Just, a simple like to the video will definitely help out the channel. So I just want to thank you all in advance. And we're going to be talking a little bit about my Mini Cooper today. I work in my garage. I am a car enthusiast. I work on all my vehicles. I had a Porsche 911 that I just sold. I have my 2007 Mini Cooper that's been my project car for the last couple months. And the other car that I have is a Tesla Model X that is not here right now. My wife's out for a drive. But today we're just going to be doing a little video on the transformation of my 2007 Mini Cooper as I wrap my vehicle in a satin black vinyl. All right, so if you've watched my channel, you know that I wrapped my Porsche 911 in a satin orange, and I had that for several years. I unwrapped it right before I sold it, and the new owner actually sent me some pictures of him unwrapping or devinyling it, and I gave him a couple of tips on how to get that off, but he got it off and he got it back to stock form. As you can see behind me, that's the Mini Cooper. It's pretty dirty right now, but I just wanted to go ahead and just do a quick video of the transformation and the work that went into doing the vinyl wrap. If you followed my channel, you know that when I first bought the vehicle, the clear coat on the paint was completely, pretty much the hood there were spots everywhere where the clear coat had peeled. And then on the rest of the vehicle, almost all the panels had a little bit of peeling here and there. The car sat outside for about 3 years. Well, it sat out for many more years than that, but it actually was kind of abandoned on a driveway, in a friend's driveway, for about 3 years until I picked it up and bought it back from New York. So today's gonna be the process of me vinyl wrapping, and you'll see now the finished product that's holding up pretty well. We've had some snow, and so there's probably some salt on it, and I haven't had a chance to really wash it, but here goes. All right, so today I'm actually starting the prep on the Mini Cooper hood. I'm going to be wrapping the hood, but I needed to get a lot of the clear coat that was peeling kind of evened out. So I'm using 800 grit paper with a dual action orbital. right, so I just wanted to go over a little bit of my toolbox. This is a toolbox that I have with just my vinyl wrap, pretty much my vinyl wrap gear. So first of all, you're definitely going to need the heat gun in order to heat up the wrap to make sure it adheres properly. I got some, this foam applicator is great. You can smooth out all the air bubbles in there, and I use that a lot. You'll see that in the video. Definitely have the knifeless tape for different applications where you don't want to cut into your actual paint. So I usually keep a lot of that around in case I need it. A glove helps you smooth out and helps it from sticking to your hands. So you definitely need a glove. I use tape in areas where I don't want the vinyl to stick to that. And obviously you have your felt squeegee applicator. And that's something. And a good knife is always good. This is one of my favorites. It's like a Alpha. It comes with a bunch of different blades, but they're pretty sharp. And I really like the angle that has. So it makes things a little bit easier. Now, on the other side, there's definitely a bunch of smaller tools that I end up using. In here, I have a bunch of these smaller tools, and those will help me tuck in different spots. And I do have some of the blades. That little yellow box is just full of extra blades. You're gonna need a lot of blades to make sure you have a sharp knife. You're gonna use probably magnets. You'll see that I use these magnets as well. And the other thing you're gonna need definitely some alcohol. You need to wipe down the surface every time when you're gonna go and apply vinyl. So you wanna get some of the 70% alcohol. I use a clay rag or clay bar, but that's part of the cleaning. All right, so there's your finished product. Just get a closer look. I got it to be able to clean. All this trim comes up. That piece comes up, that piece comes up, that piece comes up. This piece can come up, but you have to remove this first. But I have this tool here, which makes it really good. You can get underneath here. You can actually tuck, if you can't remove the trim, you can use things like this in order to tuck that plastic underneath. As you can see, for this, there's a couple of screws underneath here. It might be 4. This whole piece comes out, and that way you can just wrap over that. This one I didn't remove. I couldn't figure out a way, and I didn't, have time to kind of look it up. So I just used that tool to tuck underneath. That's a brand new emblem that I put on there, and here I ended up using a relief cut. You can hardly see it unless you're really looking for it, because the way that this curved, it just all kind of crunched up here. There's probably a better way to do that. I was working against time, and I just ended up doing it, and something that pretty much only I will notice. And then for the handle, I removed the handle, and that's what the inside looks like. So you can see where you just cut and then you just tuck. And I will show you the trunk. But this removes, once the hood is up, this whole thing, you just slide it forward and it slides forward and it comes out, and you just unclip the light. So that was pretty simple to do. Like I said, those trim come out. Here, I just tucked underneath the hood. This is actually, I did this off of the car, but I got some of the leftover wrap, and with the X-Acto knife, I just cut out the letters. But that's the original one. I just polished it up a little bit, so I didn't have to buy a new one for that one. All right, so for this, you can just, unclip these with a screwdriver. And if you just I use the needle nose pliers, and you just pinch this, and this whole trim comes out. This whole, chrome trim comes out. Same thing with this. There's several screws there. There's one right there, and this whole piece comes out. I did the same thing here. I took out these retaining pins, and the whole thing came out. And here, if you pinch those, that'll come out as well. You have to disconnect the washer hose. You have to disconnect this cable here. So actually, when you pinch that, it goes out that way towards the outside of the car. So you're gonna have to remove these things here in order to get to that. And so once you remove, you know, this whole thing pops up this way, you can remove that chrome trim, remove this chrome trim, remove this, and then it makes it easier to wrap the car. Now, actually, I just followed the lines of the previous. You can kind of tell where the lines where I marked them before I removed them. So that way I use the same position for the racing stripes. And as you can see, you can still see some of the wrap here. I didn't trim it all the way clean, but you can't see it from the outside of the car. And your bumper was wrapped all in one piece. As you can see, you know, with this process, it just takes a lot of patience to do this. You know, vinyl wrapping is something that if you've never done it before, get some extra wrap and just practice, because it will take some time to do. All right, so that's gonna be it today for my Mini Cooper, you know, satin vinyl wrap. And obviously the racing stripes, and the car's been pretty good. You know, I haven't really had any issues with it. I mean, all the issues that I have, I have had a lot of issues with it, but all the issues that I had, I've taken care of. That's why I got about 30 videos. As far as projects and DIY videos, this car is a gold mine just because it has so many issues. But it's a fun car to work on. It's small. You know, the parts are, you know, the calipers, when I replace the rear calipers, are so small that they're easy to work with. But it's actually a very fun car to drive. I mean, this is the base model. It's not a Cooper S, so it's not the turbo or supercharged model. But it feels like driving a go-kart. I don't know, there's just something about the Mini Coopers. You know, so it's something that I drive to work every day now. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions regarding vinyl wrapping, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I've done several cars now, and I've done stripes on a couple vehicles. And, you know, it's something that just takes a lot of patience, a lot of, you know, it's tedious, but it's really rewarding once you're done, just seeing that transformation of the car. So I just want to thank you all for watching. Remember to like the video, share, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I want to thank you all. You all stay safe and take care.